Hey guys, Dennis here, and we're back with another brand new episode of Collider Games, the podcast. I'm here with...
What's up, guys? It's your boy Dorian. You know it.
Yeah, and we're talking about games, big weekend games. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 comes out tomorrow. We both played the Blackout beta.
Yeah.
You played more than just the Blackout beta.
Yeah, I've been to at E3. I got to play it at E3, and then before that, we got to me and Joey went to their I forgot what it was called. I guess the Black Ops 4 Xbox event. We played it there. We didn't get to do the Blackout Royale mode until recently, but we got to do the campaign mode and really see what the new additions are going to be like. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and so. Like we mentioned last week when we, hadn't played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we didn't get a review copy of Black Ops 4. It comes out tomorrow, but we'll have stuff on the channel about that. I know you're gonna play it.
Yeah, do a mini review. I'm expecting. Hopefully, I'll have it by the end of today, and I can play it, get some gaming in before the weekend's over, and then have a review for you guys next week. But yeah, we've been missing those early calls for reviews, but we'll get back on that soon, hopefully.
How was your overall experience
with the game? I enjoyed it. I thought it was because I jumped off after Black Ops 2. I didn't really play that much of Black Ops 3, but I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Just overall, it looks a lot better quality wise. I thought the battle royale mode, even though I am trash at it, I really enjoyed it. I'm not that trash. Like, I got a couple kills in here and there, but it took some getting used to with the new weapons and stuff. But overall, I really enjoyed it. And even though there's no campaign mode, I'm thoroughly looking forward to it because I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox, just seeing what that's been about because this is my first time playing on the Xbox, and so now I'm going to get Black Ops 4 on Xbox, so it's going to be different, but I'm excited.
Nice. You playing on Game Pass, the Modern Warfare 2?
No, it's disc.
Oh, it's a disc.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I may have that disc lying around somewhere. I have a bunch of old Xbox games that Xbox and Xbox 360 games just lying around.
Are those cross compatible with Xbox One?
Some of the 360 games are.
Dope.
They've been doing a lot of backwards compatibility. I mean, it's the one thing. I mean, we know PS4 has the exclusive. They have the better exclusives in terms of the quantity of them. And Xbox, I think the one edge they have is in that backwards compatibility with older games. So they have a lot of stuff you can just slot. It's not 100%, but like you can throw in a lot of old stuff, especially the bigger popular titles. They'll kind of retrofit so that you can play them. So you don't, if there's an old, like I have Fallout 3 for Xbox 360. I have some of the Halo games on 360. So
yeah, I'm trying to get back, like go back to those older games that I missed out on since I'm like recently new to Xbox. Because I've just been playing Modern Warfare a decent amount, and Tomb Raider. I like just now went back because I went back and because they have an extra hard mode after you finish the game. I forgot what it's exactly called, but I've been recently going back and trying to play that and do the photo mode because they had a photo mode on there, just like Spider-Man, but it's her in caves and stuff, not swinging around or anything, but it's still pretty cool quality and decent quality overall.
Are you big on achievements? I just talked to Perry about this recently because Perry gets obsessed with things, right? And so right now she's obsessed with fantasy football.
Oh yeah.
And I told her you should not play video games because she's the type of person that would go in there and try and get every single achievement and complete a game to 100%. I don't care about that stuff. I know a lot of people do who are watching and listening. I don't care. Every time like an achievement unlocks, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
do you care?
No, I'm definitely the same way. Like if I see the little Xbox thing pop up, like you've unlocked this, I'm like, oh, all right, I guess that's cool. But I'm not going out of my way. It depends for some games. Like if it's an unlockable an achievement like that goes into you can get a new suit or a design. Like But if it's just like you've unlocked, like you've done this many kills or something like that on your pop up, I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not. It doesn't. I'm not.
I'm with you. Like if there's a reward, like I get a new suit or I get a new weapon or something. Yeah, sure, I'll go for it. But I don't go out of my way
to get those. Like I don't need a gold trophy. Like it doesn't do anything for me. If I
never look at my like achievement, like whatever, like attached to your gamer tag, like achievement. I never look at that stuff. What was your experience with Blackout when we played the beta? I mean, look, I told people before, I was like, I suck at it, and so maybe that skews my bias, but like I found myself to either die really quickly or not find anybody for the longest time and then die really quickly.
So overall, like when I played it, I was dying at first quickly, but I realized like I remember Jack's friend when we did that live Twitch stream, he gave me some tips on how to like dive in and which areas usually have the best guns and stuff like that. So once I followed that method and I started to not die as quickly, and because I'm decent at the game in general, so I was trying to just maneuver and be stealth mode, stealthy, whatever the word is, just throughout it. And overall, I think I did pretty good. I made it to like at least the top 20, top 25 every round. I never like got into like the top 10 or anything like that, but I think I did a pretty good job. And it wasn't too laggy or buggy or anything like that. And I did find it interesting. Like it forced you, like I guess they do that in Fortnite as well. As like once you're on the outer edge and it's pushing you in, is like there's only so much like you can stay out without trying to like camp. There's not necessarily that much camping you can do, especially once you're getting smaller and smaller. So I enjoyed that, but it's the difficulty of trying to get there to where they actually are forcing everybody in the same area.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, to be fair, I was playing solo, where maybe if you're playing duo or quads or something like that, you'll feel more invested in terms of, fighting other people. I just, I think I placed like top 36 once, not because I killed anyone, but because I literally
just roaming.
I was just trying to find people and I couldn't find anyone. Everyone else was dying. So I don't know. People who are listening or watching, let us know if you want me and Dorian to stream some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout stuff. Do you want us to stream some Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Because I'll be playing that. Because I'll probably be doing a mini review of that one sometime soon. Which leads me, to our next topic, which is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We did the review roundup last week because we hadn't gotten the game. I finally got the game on Friday. Been pretty busy. We had the UFC fight on Saturday night. Sunday, I went to the Adult Swim festival.
Oh, how was it?
It was cool. It's funny because I got in. I didn't pay for my ticket. So I was fine, but I can't imagine someone who paid, because like the price was like $85, and I was like, $85, like you go there, and the problem is they have these experiences that are cool, but the lines are so long for them, so you get $85 a lot. I think if you're paying around $20, $30, that's cool, but I mean there's a lot of music too, to be fair, and maybe because most of the people performing were people that I, either wasn't familiar with or weren't huge fans of. So to me but like if you're really into those bands, then it might be worth it because you're like, oh, $80, I got to see, X amount of bands or whatever. It's like a Coachella type experience. They had a lot of cool like displays. I love Rick and Morty. But I think, 85 was a bit much. They may want to reduce that next year and just get more people.
Try to fill it up before you try to actually like sell it off as like a big festival. Yeah,
this was their first one. I think one of my complaints too was there was no place to sit.
Damn. And was it just a whole weekend or was it one day?
It was 3 days. Well, okay, Friday was like a half day. It like didn't start until like later in the afternoon because I think they just wanted music performances, and you could buy like a weekend pass or whatnot. So they try to make it like a Coachella like feel, but it's a smaller area, and it's the row downtown LA, and it's just like this big large, basically like a parking lot really with 2 stages on each side, and it's like it's cool. It's just I don't know. I think as the first one, it was, I guess, semi-successful. I don't know what their finances on it, but I would say try and fill it up first. Yeah, get a reputation before you start, overcharging people like Coachella does.
And get more seats.
Yeah. Everyone was like sitting on the ground because there's no seats anywhere. Even the eating areas, there was no seats. They just had stand-up
little tables.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's why I wasn't able to play too much Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I mean my impression so far is I like it. I'm like 5 or 6 hours into it. It's hard. It's hard, especially. But I mean, I guess this is with a lot of games that have RPG-like elements to it, where you have to build up your character. Like, you know, I think I'm a level like 4 or 5, and I'm fighting other people that are 4 or 5, and they're tough.
Yeah,
like you die really quickly, and you have to start over, and even with like better armor and weapons, it's just it's tough. But it's a beautiful looking game. I just like ride the horses around, look at the scenery and whatnot.
Yeah, I played it. I played it a while back at E3. I don't know if they like let it. I don't know where I like what part of the storyline I played. I think maybe they just created for E3 the demo part. I'm not sure, but it was I got to test out the battleships, like fighting against other people like that, and then as well as it was a big ass battle between our army and I can't remember who the other army was, but I had to take out a bunch of the main people. So that was cool. The combat is dope, but I definitely was I was dying. I was getting killed a lot in that as well. As like I was like, can I retry it again? They were like, yeah, go for it. I was like, thank you. So I was dying a lot in that because it took me a little bit to figure out like the dodging and the combat, and it's just hard itself because I think I was on one of the hardest modes. But yeah, visually it's just a beautiful game.
Yeah, I'll just hop on the horse and just ride. I pick Cassandra. Like you can pick Alexios the guy, Cassandra the girl, and they're related. They're brother and sister, so you just kind of pick one, and you know, I just hop on the horse and I just ride around the beach and look at the scenery and whatnot. But yeah, it's a little tougher than I expected.
Like, and you said how long, like overall, or how many hours are there?
People are saying that it's about like 50 to 60 hours. I guess maybe that's if you want to achieve all the stuff. I probably am not. Like I said, I'm not an achievement hunter, so I'm guessing my experience, if I just want to complete the main mission plus some side quests here and there. The only reason I'm trying to complete every side quest now is because I'm trying to build up my character. And then eventually I'm going to stop doing that.
Once you get like you think you're strong enough to
but right now, like one thing though is like you'll take on a side quest, right? And let's say you're level 1 or level 2, and they kind of, I like this in the quest thing. They'll tell you, okay, you should be at this level to take on this quest. Like, like if you're level 1 and this quest is level 2 or 3, or maybe it's too high for you. The problem is I took on some quests when I was level 1, and they were like, okay, there's a level 1 quest. Cool. I was like, oh man, this is a little tough. Maybe I'll go boost myself up, and then I'll come back and it'll be easier for me. They just boost up the level of the quest.
Oh, so you
so
go
I
boost
was
up.
1, they were 1, and I was having a hard time doing it. So I went to boost myself up to 4. It's 4. So it's like I can't win.
Is there any like tips or anything you've noticed like to boost yourself up faster or?
Oh well, see this. I have a complaint about this. You can buy this experience. I don't do this. I'm against this. I'm against anything that you have to pay that is basically something that helps you play a game or have an advantage over someone else. It's literally just a line of code that makes it so that your experience goes faster. So every time you do
like a cheat code, or
you're basically paying for a cheat code. You can pay for this thing from Ubisoft, and it makes it so your experience points go at a higher rate.
Oh, it's like on Pokemon, like an experience share or something like that. You don't like necessarily have to be training your Pokemon to get them leveled up faster. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm against that. I'm ethically against this. Look, if they want to provide that as an option because you just want to do that, that's fine. But charging you money so that you can, get this thing, it's like, okay, then why don't they just make the game super duper hard and then charge people, and then everyone has to buy this experience thing anyway.
Just feels unearned.
Yeah. So, but I am enjoying the game. I story wise, it's very. I haven't gotten to any ship battles yet. So I don't know how far in that is.
Personally, that was the hardest thing for me is just the ship battles, because it's like you can either you have to determine because I think the ship battles themselves have different, I don't want to say levels, but difficulties, because it was like if you get up too close to one of them, they'll just completely wreck your ship. But then some, it's like you have to try to go as fast as you can to ram them, and then you tell your army like when to shoot arrows and if they can reach further enough. So it's just about like strategy when it comes to that. But yeah, that was probably the hardest thing for me when it came to when I did my little demo.
I've only played the ship battles in Black Flag, and I really like those, but that was set at a different time. So that one they're using cannons and good one. I'm assuming this one you kind of have to get up close and shoot arrows and bow.
Yeah,
and
you have to get
spears
decently close to them to do damage, and then it's like also if you get close enough, they'll shoot their arrows at you, and the ones I was playing against, they had like fire arrows, so I was getting just my ship was getting destroyed every time. But what would, like, if you could, all the Assassin's Creed games you've played thus far, like, is there a ranking you would give this one, or like put this one?
I mean, I have to get further along, but I think at the end of the day, I'll probably like this one the most.
Okay.
But that's because I like the setting. I like ancient Greece. I like this kind of Spartan type combat, because there's no shields, at least for your character. Other who you fight will have shield. You don't have one. You can parry, you can dodge. I just like the atmosphere, the look of it, the feel of it. Look, I'm only started off and I'm like on this small island, and if you look, you can see the whole map. It's not like Fallout where you have to like kind of discover all the different areas. Well, actually, kind of. Yeah, you kind of do have to discover all that. It's a lot easier because you have a horse. You hop on the horse and you just ride around randomly, and it'll be like, you discovered this place, you discovered that place, or whatnot. But it's huge. It looks absolutely huge, and I love that. I love exploration with characters and whatnot, like RPG elements, swapping out. I like the ability tree.
And is there like magic as well involved, like with your character?
I haven't seen any so far. I mean, there's kind of like magical abilities to some of the stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Like there's the 3 ability trees are, the strength, which is just combat. Then you have your assassin abilities, and then you have your arrow abilities. But like within those, you do some stuff that are pretty, what is it, like there's one where you like can like control your arrow after you shoot it.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like you weave it around. Like, okay, that borderline's magic, right? Like no one's shooting an arrow and it's like going, ziggy
some
zag.
superhero, like what's his name, Yondu.
Yeah, that's exactly like what it is. So yeah, I like it. I'll hopefully get to play more of that soon. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, unfortunately, Fallout 76. They let a bunch of, I think they invited a bunch of gamers, not us.
Not us. We didn't get the
Bethesda. Got invited, I think, out to I want to say maybe they got invited out to Virginia, where the game takes place, and they got 3 hours of gameplay.
Damn.
They got to play the game for 3 hours. They played with other developers of the games, also with the other gamers there. I think they were able to record everything they did, and everyone's been releasing their kind of mini reviews, mini reactions to it. I watched several of those, and it seems all pretty positive. I mean, they're not like, there was criticisms to it, but it's definitely a different experience than what we're used to, because there's no NPCs, so all the storyline stuff is told through like either finding notes or computer logs and stuff like that. And so you have to do the quest that way, which I think takes a little bit away from kind of the engagement factor, because usually when you're playing it and there's a character telling you their story or whatnot, you feel a little more
like in it.
Yeah. And this, like, reading a paper or whatever. I mean, that's, one of my complaints about the first Borderlands is there was no voice in that one. And so whenever you went to talk to someone, you were just reading text on the thing. They do have audio recordings.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to ask. I was like, I don't know if I could just do just me, reading.
Yeah. They do have audio recordings that does bring some emotion to it. But they were saying that even though it's a multiplayer game, that you're pretty isolated for a lot of it, because you're just walking around. Because the map is huge, and they're only going to they said a few dozen. So I'm guessing, let's say 24 or 36 people in there in that huge map. You're just not really going to run across people unless you tell people, hey,
I'll be here.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Meet up or whatnot. Have you played any of the Fallout games before?
No, I mean, I've like a good hour, like 3 hours into the Fallout 4.
Okay.
So that because that's what I've been trying to play on.
But you're gonna get a feel for it though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm just like I'm at the part. I think I said this last time. I'm at the part where I'm in this house trying to take down all these guys in this house. It's like the very beginning, like right after you're like waking up out of the cryostasis, and then you like meet your little robot, and then you go to the house. And I'm low on health right now, and every time I restart, it won't give me like more. Like I'm stuck at that health, and then so I'm like trying to take down these gunmen in this house because I was like, I guess they're like shooting at me from the outside, and I managed to get into the house, and I'm like in there right now. But I'm trying to I've been so busy with all these other games that we've been having to review, but I'm gonna try to finish it before Fallout 76 comes out, so I can really have a feel for the game. But thus far,
hop on the Xbox One. Hop on Xbox, so then you can play with me and Fernandez.
And we're giving them free. We got giving them free promotion right now with the Fallout shirt. Like, come on, where's the invite, Bethesda next time?
Yeah, definitely. So, are you using the VAT system at all?
No.
Okay.
I didn't even know what that was until you told me last time. Okay. So yeah, I need to
use that. It's just especially when you're underpowered in the very beginning of the game, it's a lot tougher to hit people, and being able to see the percentage chance of hitting people and slowing the game down a bit. I mean,
because my dog is doing most of the work for me right now.
See, I usually use my companions later on as like distractions. I don't care if they do any damage as long as they're drawing gunfire away. And then in Fallout, you get to a point where your character is powerful enough where you don't have to do VATS all the time, and you can just use it like a FPS.
Is it in Fallout 4? Is it more important to like which trait would you say I should like invest in the most? Because I have I'm trying to like keep it equally well balanced, but I don't know if I should like. Is charming people is that's I don't need that.
No.
Okay.
I mean, for storyline purposes, if you want a different option that's available to you, but no, when you're fighting people, luck and agility help. Because when you shoot people, like the chances of hitting or getting a critical hit are higher. Strength, if you want to carry more shit, because in the game you got to like collect a bunch of crap so that you can build stuff, which is they carry over to Fallout 76.
Oh wait, so we mean like the carryover?
No. I mean that game mechanic.
Okay.
That game mechanic where you need to collect, because before in other Fallout games you could collect junk and it was kind of useless in a sense. But now they've made it so that because you can craft stuff and you can repair stuff with junk is actually important.
Okay.
Like, you have to collect junk. So in Fallout 76 they actually have a VAT system. The problem is the real VAT system in the single player is it slows everything down. You can pick what body part of what enemy you want to shoot, and they give you percentages. You can't do that in a game with multi people because you can't pause the game for other people. But they have their own VAT system in there. And I think people were having a not so good reaction to it. There's just like it's kind of pointless because all it does is like you lock on to someone in a body part, and then it gives you I think a percentage chance of hitting, and then it kind of locks on and you fire, and that's it. It's not the same thing. They kind of include it just because of the lineage of the game, but otherwise it's not the same thing. But people were I don't know, pretty happy. They said, the game doesn't really encourage kind of PvP. Like, it's more about you finding some friends, building up a camp, going out together on quests, like going to different areas and like starting a quest together, taking out some creatures and big bosses, and there's a photo mode in there. So
everybody's adding photo modes now. Just you gotta throw it in there. And if it's not on your game now, they're probably gonna make it a DLC or update in the future. Just everybody wants, because it's just the easiest way to be like, hey, send us a photo, your best photo, and just create viral buzz for their game, which is smart, I guess.
Yeah, and people were getting silly. People were like, in Fallout, they were like basically taking off their clothes and having their characters in underwear and a party hat.
Oh yeah,
and taking a picture.
People have been doing that with the Spider-Man game too, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, people are silly, but that's the part I'm looking forward to, is because Fallout originally was it's a solo campaign experience, and they're trying to create this kind of co-op feel with other people while still trying to maintain the feel of Fallout. That's why they have those quests, but no NPCs.
So what if you have to you can do all these quests without other people though?
You can.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go and do it yourself, or you can get some other people. But they said that it feels more like the difficulty is set for at least 2 or 3 people per quest.
Damn. So you're gonna need people like it, or so you can do it, but it's advised like have more people with you.
Yeah.
You can.
Maybe if you boost up your character later, you can go out solo. But yeah, it just seemed all pretty positive, and everyone said it's one of those things that it took a little while to get used to because they started off underpowered and not running into anyone, and then finally once they started to figure out the differences between this and the other one and meeting up with people, then that's when things started getting fun. But then they also said that right about that 3-hour limit is when they start getting that groove, and then that's when they're like, that's it, no more.
Yeah, that seems like that's what they do, or because Joey did the Spider-Man one, but that's the exact same way it was like with Tomb Raider, not the multiplayer part, but it's like once you actually start getting into the real fun part of the game, it's like, all right, demo over, you can't talk about this, you got to get out of here, wait till it comes out. Yeah.
All right, I'm sure I'm gonna be watching a lot more of those demos, and gonna ask Bethesda about that beta. In some news, we have, we've been talking about the Netflix with The Witcher. Henry Cavill was cast. Apparently, they found the female leads to star alongside Henry Cavill. Let me see. We have Freya Allen will fill the role of Ciri. Is it Ciri or Kiri? You play The Witcher?
I don't play The Witcher.
Okay, that's a game I want to play. It's just been on my
Ciri.
Yeah,
Kiri?
the young princess of Sintra. Anya Chalotra will play Yennefer, a powerful sorceress, and Geralt's main love interest. And then let's see, we've got Jodie May, who was also in Game of Thrones in I think a small role as Queen Callanth. So yeah, they're casting. These aren't really big names.
Yeah, I think I saw on there that this is Alan's this is her first like big breakout role, because she's done a little bit of Into the Badlands, but this is like her breakout role, because like I'm not familiar with her at all, but obviously if she's being cast in this role, then she must be a decent actress to be starring alongside Henry Cavill.
Yeah. I'm looking at these pictures now, and they seem pretty Mimi and Wendy as Fringilla. Really, look, this is a franchise that people love. So just that the name recognition of The Witcher plus Henry Cavill together is enough,
more than enough
for people. So if they want to cast people just based on their talent and their fit for the roles, I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think that's the way you got to approach it, especially if you're trying to bring a video game adaptation to life. If you don't want to get caught up in the video game curse, you're going to want to you rather have lesser known names that maybe don't know, like they can get a chance to shine and be really great actresses and actors, and you'd have that big headliner with Henry Cavill and build an ensemble cast of these known names, and you have a really great show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to play the game after. I'm probably not going to be able to play until early next year, because we have Odyssey, we have Red Dead, we have Call of Duty 4, Fallout 76. These are all coming out in the next few months.
It's ridiculous.
I'm going to be busy with all this stuff. Then I'll go back to
I've been had my eye on Mega Man also. That comes out. I think I'm going to get that.
All right. What else are you going to get this holiday season?
Probably Red Dead Redemption, definitely. And I'm planning on, because I saw it online, a cheaper version, not a cheap version, but a version of the previous game, because I want to play that as well before I play Red Dead Redemption 2. So I know, like,
I think I have it on Xbox.
Let me get that. Save my money.
Yeah, let me go dig that out of.
But I'm still waiting for that Last of Us official, like, when does that come, like the release date for that?
That's not gonna be, I think end of next year.
You think end of next year?
Yeah. They want to make money, man. Holiday season, that's where you're gonna have it.
Damn, like I wish they wouldn't have dropped that trailer like so far ahead of time. I mean, you got to just to get early buzz.
Look at Cyberpunk. I mean, that thing's been, there's so many things. I'm looking forward to that game, but that's not till next year either. So you got Last of Us, you got Cyberpunk.
We got the when does the first Spider-Man DLC drops?
Soon.
I think it's like the 27th or something, I believe.
Well, so that's something we'll be reviewing and talking about as well. Moving on, to not that this drama or ordeal has ended, but I guess continuation of the whole Telltale thing. So Robert Kirkman, who's the creator of the Walking Dead comic book, has his own company, Skybound, that does, all different types of media, and they are going to complete the Walking Dead season. I think season 4 it is. It's the final season, and they're going to use the original developers and whatnot that Telltale had to finish off the game, so people aren't left hanging. It's weird. It's like Telltale it just seemed like something that I thought someone, because it was AMC and this other company that we were supposed to invest in, and when they didn't, it ended up, all collapsing. It just seems like something that someone would pick up, you know, but they didn't for some reason. And so Skybound is going to take over is essentially taking the same crew, and they're just finishing off the game. It's just going to be under Skybound's,
Well, yeah, I'm glad at least they're keeping the same crew, so it has that consistency, and they're getting more work since they just got dropped out of the blue. So hopefully after this Walking Dead game, they might venture into Fear the Walking Dead game or something like that or give them more opportunities to keep doing their job or
if it's
or
successful, maybe
hopefully
Robert Kirkman and Skybound will continue on and
because they did say a while back that they were wanting to do more Walking Dead movies, more Walking Dead, like just build this Walking Dead universe. So if you're gonna build like a movie, more TV shows, more stuff around that, then I don't see why you don't invest more in the video game department, because that's getting equally as big, maybe even bigger than, because the TV show itself right now is dying. So I definitely, because I think it had one of the lowest ratings from any season premiere thus far. So I'd be like, TV's not doing so good. Let's take our focus put it into video games. Yeah. Cost less money.
Yeah. All right. So that's all the topics we have this week. But we decided to take some Twitter questions. You picked out 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
So let's quickly go through them.
Pull this up. Yeah. So for the first one is from R2 Dave. He asked, have you guys considered doing any community online game nights with fans?
So what, kind of like what we did with Jack?
With the Jack Party Box.
Jack Party Box.
Yeah.
If any of you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we've done 2 of them so far. They're a lot of fun on Twitch, where we're playing, especially because we can interact with the fans. They can play along with us. They can, comment in the chat room. A lot of fun. So something like that. I'm just wondering, what else can we do? I mean, sure, they can watch us play games, and we can probably play maybe some co-op games with other people, other fans, but that's still limited. I remember me and Christian, we played some, what game was it? I'm blanking on it. Was it Call of Duty? It might have been Call of Duty or was it Battlefield? We played one of those 2 games with the fans like a year ago.
Yeah, and I think we're bringing in. I don't know if it's not going to be like they can't play, but Jack's trying to bring in the Wii for us to play some old school Mario Party games and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for like games that you think that we can play that are co-opable with the viewers, then definitely send us those, because we're doing more Twitch and more online streaming. We're just trying to still figure out our schedule and stuff like that. But definitely, if you have any ideas or any games that you think that are compatible with you guys, send them our way, and we'll definitely try to work those into the schedule.
Yeah, I wonder, with Fallout, can you have... And the only problem with that is, even if you brought... Let's say every single player was someone that was playing with us. The only problem with that is, even then, how much interaction are you really gonna have in that game? You know,
maybe like we can do like some Fortnite, a squad of like a couple of people set it up ahead of time or something like that. Fortnite, or when Black Ops does come out, we can do like a group Royale mode or something.
Yeah, last year we played. I think it was Call of Duty World War II. That me and Christian hopped online and played with some fans. I sucked at that game. I think I just suck at Call of Duty in general.
Just, Halo, you got to stick with Halo.
Halo, I'm decent at. I'm not the best, but I'm decent at. Just because I don't, you don't die right away, and I can kill some people with that. I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we do more of that. We just got to figure out.
We just got to get us. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
And then we got another question from Christina Price. She says, if you were to pick one console game, any console, for an HD remaster / enhancement or even a remake, what would it be? And then they go on to say, for me, it would be Champions of the North from PlayStation with online compatibility, since they refused to redo the original ES Morrowind. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what are you thinking? I'm like, my first instantly, because they've already brought back we got a new Spyro game coming out, probably be like Crash Bandicoot, get a remake for that for the PS4.
Man, I would probably go with Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, getting just a HD or let's say a 4K remastered version. I mean, to be honest, I've talked about this on the other podcast. Remasters are cool, and I know like Copster is looking forward to the Resident Evil 2 remaster. Like, I love Halo. They did the remaster. I didn't buy it. I don't know. I guess because there's too many new games that I don't have to go back to
the old
game. I mean, Mass Effect. You know what? I mean, really, if they were to remaster Knights of the Old Republic into, let's say, a 4K version, do kind of what they did with Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and also change the combat system. The combat system was a turn-based system. They tried to make it look like it was real time, but it was still turn-based. If you made that like a real-time thing, I would play. If they're changing the gameplay mechanics.
I probably also, because I know it's not that old, but Infamous, the first game on the PS3, I definitely want them to like maybe do a remaster for the PS4 and continue from Infamous Second Son. I enjoyed that game a lot, but I definitely would want to see more Infamous games or whatever in the future of the franchise if they do it. I also want an Infamous TV show or movie. I think that would work great as a next live action adaptation. All right, and then sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, Dawad Nowicki, that's an interesting name, cool name. He says, beyond Red Dead Redemption 2, since that'll be out soon, what games are you most looking forward to playing in the future? So we kind of touched on this already. We have, I'm definitely, the next game is Black Ops for me. I'm really excited to jump into that. And yeah, Red Dead Redemption,
Red Dead will be the next big, I think, AAA title, and then Fallout 76. Then after that, then we don't know the release dates for Last of Us 2 or Cyberpunk 2099. Cyberpunk 2099. Watching that, I can't believe I watched that whole thing. It was like 40 minutes of gameplay.
47 minutes or something like that.
I was eating it all up. I was like, man, this looks so cool. It's like almost like a Fallout, but like a Blade Runner Fallout,
Yeah, dude, I'm excited for that as well. But I think my most anticipated game is definitely Last of Us, just because that was probably one of the first games that really I didn't know where the ending was going to go, and then when I did get to the ending, I was like, damn,
they remastered that for PS4.
Yeah, that's when I actually played it for the first time, because of my PS3, all my devices end up breaking or something. Yeah. It's Sony. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I have a bug on me or something that just says fuck any PS device I have and just like Xbox. But yeah, that's my most anticipated game I think right now. And then of course the Spider-Man DLCs every month that we're gonna get. And
I think I'll probably maybe next year I'll probably buy a PS4 just to play Spider-Man and also to play the remastered Last of Us. I don't know. Did I tell you about what happened to my Last of Us?
Oh, yeah.
Why I never finished it? Because it had that bug in it and no saves. Or it was no manual saves. And so I was like, I can't keep doing this because I kept getting stuck. And would pass it and then I would die. So I
Wait,
think,
so you don't know the ending?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm glad I didn't spoil it. All right, yeah, you gotta get to it. Yeah, you gotta play it.
So I think I'll play the remastered and I assume bug-free version on PS4, and then it'll look better and it won't have a bug, and I can play it. So I'll probably get get Spider-Man and Last of Us when they have that lull. You know, video games always have that lull because they always pack them in during the holidays, and so there'll be that like January to whatever lull. So
I got you. And then we can end it on, or let's do two more. Malik Karam says, best horror VR game?
I haven't played too many. I mean, you know, I can do a little plug here. You know, we mentioned this on a previous one. Collider Games is developing the official Twin Peaks VR game with Showtime. And I've been playing that because we're doing, you know, testing on it and you know, going through the builds. And I'm this is all new to me, but I'm like kind of learning, okay, this is how they make games, you know? And so that would be it. It's fun. It's creepy. I wouldn't call it a horror game, but it's an experience, and there's definitely places that freak you out and creep you out and scare you. So that part I enjoyed. I just can't imagine, like, if anyone watches our channel and watches Josh McCouga on those things are so entertaining, watching how much he gets freaked out by it. Because, listen, I am not a horror genre guy, so I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I'll watch the big ones. I'm supposed to watch Halloween next Monday. And McCouga's, like, even way worse than me. He freaks the F out. VR is, for horror, that's where it's at, man, because you can't get, like, even playing Twin Peaks, like, anytime, like, anything got close to me, and it didn't even have to be, like, anything scary. I was just like, oh, my God, is something going to come out after me? Like, I'm, like, literally face-to-face with something. Like, I can't imagine something just, you can't get away from something. And it's like, if something is right in front of your face and just jumps out. I did
a little bit of the Exorcist VR. I hate that. I
can't believe Josh does that.
We don't pay him enough for that. I really appreciate
but I love watching him do it.
It's hilarious. I hate any type of horror thing. Like the closest thing for me this year that I've done is The Quiet Place. Like, and that's not even that on that big of a scale. So horror VR is not for me. The Exorcist, I tried it a little bit, not for me. I can see why people like watching it instead of actually doing it themselves.
And the sounds, man, the sounds, and then just you feel like you're there. It's
a no-go for me.
Yeah, it takes horror to a next level. I think that's
where the future.
I think the future horror. Because think about that. You get to experience your own kind of haunted house. It doesn't have to be a house, but your own haunted house version with a storyline, with interaction, and it just lends itself so perfectly.
It's going to be the next, like, these haunted house mazes are going to go out of business, and you just got to get a VR set.
Yeah,
and you're
James
there.
Wan will do a horror VR sometime. I'm pretty sure someday, like, he's just gonna be like, this is my horror VR movie, right?
Like with Blumhouse or something.
Yeah. And you just, like, think about how, like, if he can manipulate things to freak you out with a 2D screen in front of you in sound, imagine what he could do with the VR stuff.
And just some, like, definitely Blumhouse needs to, if you're listening to Blumhouse, I don't know if you're not, but they definitely that needs to be their next investment into like getting heavy into VR. Imagine, like, because they have the Spawn reboot, remake that they're going to do. Imagine like a little VR activation with Spawn. That would be scary. It should just, like, randomly him popping out of the shadows in front of your, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah. So, check out, actually this weekend, we're doing the David Lynch Festival of Disruption, and we're actually going to have a booth. It's not going to be in the main area, but it's across the street that everyone can come line up and play the demo. It's we were playing it last night. It's a cool experience. It's not done yet, but the demo's a lot of fun, and you get that Twin Peaks vibe to it, and so check that out. I think that's it.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's we can end on that one. Get that last plug for the VR game. Definitely check that out, guys. We've been putting a lot of work into it. Dennis and Thad were up here late last night testing it out, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. All right, Dorian, where can people find you?
Guys, you can find me at Dorian Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec on Twitter, it's Parks with the letter N Rec, because Parks and Rec is better than The Office. And then on Instagram, you can find me on it's just Dorian Parks.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at ThinkHero, Instagram Dennis.tzng. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Collider Games. You can also follow us on or subscribe to our Collider Factory feed, which our podcast comes out on every week. We also have a bunch of other podcasts. We have the Movie Talk podcast. We have the Heroes, Jedi Council, Sports. We have all kinds of stuff. Check that all out. But until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Peace, guys.